Well, I don't see the point in waiting any longer, so let's bring her out. The star attraction, the one you came to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Kill Me Now. I'm so excited! Okay, we have a very special guest because you know how like you meet people, like you'll meet someone but you're in a group. I'm going to do a general and then I'll do specific. So you're in a group and you're like, it's like the first day of camp and then you're checking everyone out. Who am I going to bond with? This is a person, we were in a group of creative people and we sort of had this magnet towards each other. And he is so fucking, let me just read some of his credits, okay? He's an actor. He originated the role of Sheldon and performed the role of Barry in The Prom, the Broadway. He originated the roles of Buster and Phil in Groundhog Day. He's nodding. He has been in Finding Neverland. These are all Broadway shows. Broadway. I'm talking about Broadway. Finding Neverland, Hair, Into the Woods, Little Miss Sunshine, A New Brain, and is working right now with a friend of mine, Kevin Zach.
Yeah.
On Bloody Bloody Jessica Fletcher. Wait, did you meet Kevin Zach in our reading?
Yeah, that's how we all met.
Oh, you met Kevin at the reading?
Uh-huh.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Lamon!
Hi! I'm so excited to be on this show.
You're lying.
Kill me now.
Kill me now. We
Yeah.
should do a little theme song.
I would absolutely write a theme song for you in a
No,
second.
you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
Oh
I
my
wrote the
God.
theme song of my show.
Okay. Love it.
Yeah.
Swear?
Done.
And I can play it on the piano.
Absolutely.
Kill me now. Hey, yeah. Kill me. It's got to be really happy because I'm so miserable.
I know, me too.
All right,
Me
I know.
too. That's why I love you so much. That's why we connect.
I know, because we're open about our miserableness.
Yeah, but people think that I like people more than I do.
Right, because you know how to be miserable and be in the world.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know how to be, like, they're miserable and they take it out on everyone else. But we're introspective. So we're like, I'm miserable, but I can function.
Yeah.
And I know how to do it really well since I've been doing it since the fucking birth.
Totally. But we could also like make humor out of how awful
that's
the
so
fucking
important.
world
It is a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh. First of all, congrats on your new podcast,
Thanks,
Josh
Judy.
Swallows Broadway.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Do you like doing a podcast?
I love it.
It's so great.
It's so fun. It's so I don't know, just rewarding and challenging.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because it's all you.
Yeah.
And no one's fucking directing you or, you know what I mean?
Totally.
And I love it. It's a labor of love, this podcast.
Yeah.
Because God only knows you don't make any money on the podcast.
True, but as you know, like you got to make your own work. And this is a way of being working when you're not necessarily working.
And loving it.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So Josh, we start, I don't know if you've listened to my podcast. Kill
I
Me
have.
Now. And I am obsessed with people's childhoods, you know, because I feel like, well, I'm obsessed with people, like what makes them who they are
Sure.
and not like what they're promoting. So that's why. And plus the fact that I'm aggravated and I know that a lot of people don't talk about what fucking pisses them off.
Yeah.
So, all right. But I feel like we are, you know, these chairs lean back.
I know. I noticed that at first. I thought,
I
I
got
was
him
like, are you breaking Judy's
No,
chair?
the-
You fat fuck. Are you breaking Judy's chair?
Oh, shut up. No, I got them at Raymore and Flanagan.
Oh.
I wasn't even planning on going in there.
Oh.
But I needed new kitchen. I love this table. It's like 30 years. I don't even
It's
know.
wonderful.
It's and it can get bigger, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it has white legs. I'll get white chairs. Stupid. But anyway, I go to, who the hell goes to Raymore? Like, don't you think like just...
I just think, who the hell works there? I've gone there, and it's like worse than a used car salesman
Right.
in a way, at least here in like New York.
Right. But I found the one guy who had a sense of humor.
Oh, nice.
And was laughing at me and Elisa. And so, and I think he was a Jew. And, you know, it's like these people who retired and still want a job. So he was like, you know, they don't take their jobs like
No.
like it's the end of the world. Anyway, so I saw these chairs and they fucking lean back. I'm leaning back right now. Anyway, but they're white. Okay, so anyway. So you grew up in a small town called Poway, California,
Yep.
in San Diego.
Sure.
Near San Diego.
Right outside of San Diego in the North County.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was it? I mean, San Diego.
I mean, it's beautiful, but for me, like, I didn't really get along with my family.
Right. Now this is your adopted.
Yes.
Adopted. So where were you born? Where were you born?
I was born in San Diego. I always knew that I was adopted.
Like from how
Like,
old were you
from
when
the
they
time
adopted you?
I was a baby.
And you still, like, how did you?
I had books that were like, "You're so special because you're adopted." And
They got them immediately?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, well, my dad's a doctor, so I think he had a hookup.
Oh, okay. What kind of doctor is he?
He's an oncologist.
Oncologist cancer, yeah. Hey, tumor. So he's an oncologist, and your mom?
My mom has been a lot of things. She was mainly a social worker.
Oh.
But she worked with,
Annoying.
people that had addiction issues, anger in the workplace. And then in the 80s, I believe she was a Tupperware lady.
No.
Yeah. Like the Rodan and Fields of the 80s
No
was Tupperware.
way.
Yep.
Are you fucking? So
We
she
had so much we still do at their house. They have so much fucking Tupperware.
would they have Tupperware parties and stuff like
she
that?
would, yeah.
Okay, it's mental.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cisgender female.
I know.
You know what I mean? So, and they're Jewy Jews.
Oh, yeah.
But do you think your birth parents?
No, I know my biological family, and they're not Jewish at all. But my biological mom, picked my family because part of the reason was because they were Jewish, and she felt that Jews have very close families.
Right. Well, let me tell you something. When a Jew adopts, they're supposed to adopt a non-Jew because that's like bringing another Jew into the
Oh my
world.
God.
Did you know that?
No.
Yes, that's like bringing a new Jew
That's
into the world.
so fucked up.
Yeah. So if you adopt a non-Jew,
And
then
I thought I was special all this time.
you are.
No, I was
You
just
were
a
chosen.
number for the Jews.
No. Wait. So you're adopted, and do you have any siblings?
Yep. I have an older sister named Jennifer and a little brother named Joey.
Oh God, with the J's.
I know. And my dad's Joel. God. My mom's Evelyn.
Oh. Yeah. And are the other two adopted?
My sister is not, and my little brother is.
Was that weird?
No, it was very normal for me.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is that people, they have the strangest reaction when you say that you're adopted. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were adopted."
Like you're half a human being.
I had
Yeah.
no idea.
What is
it's
that?
It's not that I have cancer. I'm
I
adopted.
know. Oncologist.
And then they'd be like, "So, is this your real sister?"
Okay. Can I just tell you something? Because Henry's adopted because my ex had Henry and I did a second parent adoption. And then,
okay.
And then she adopted the other one. So I have one bio, one adopted. Okay. Let me tell you something. Like the shit people have said to us, like, "Oh, well, who's the real mother?" I'm like, what the? Well, used to go, "We forgot." That's what you used to say. But it's like the shit people say because
Yeah.
they're so fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
And like, do you like that one better than this one? No, they're the same. You fucking assholes.
Yeah, but I do make my parents tell me that I'm the favorite.
All
I
right.
do.
Well, that's show busy.
No, but if they say that I'm not, I pick the home one day, bitch.
Yeah,
And then
bitches.
That turns them around real quick.
Okay, you have to be the favorite. You're on Broadway.
Get it. Exactly.
So what does your older sister do?
She actually has a lot of mental health issues.
Okay.
And so she is on disability.
Right. How old is she?
She is 43.
Oh, she's
43.
a baby. Okay.
Yeah. And so
Does she live by herself?
she does live by herself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's my fucking
My
fear.
mom helps her a lot, but yeah, it's been hard.
So do you think because of her disabilities they adopted two children?
No, I don't
right.
think that they knew that she was
Oh.
that she had problems
Okay.
just yet.
Don't I ask the best questions? Okay. So you're living and so you have a nice house.
Yeah.
Small town. What does your brother do, by the way?
My brother fixes cars and makes medical marijuana.
Oh my God, I love your brother.
I know.
And
I know.
Need,
He's great.
I need to discuss some things.
He's a
with
dirty
him.
hippie, yeah.
He is? Oh my God,
totally.
I love him. Joe, what's up? Okay, so normal, like a nice town. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super nice. There was nothing there, but by the time that I graduated high school, it became this like very posh, upper middle class Mormon town.
Really?
Yeah, filled with Mormons.
Well, were there a lot of Jews there?
There were Jews,
Right.
but mostly Mormons.
Wow.
Yeah.
I talk about that religion in my act.
Mormons?
Yeah, because it's such a new religion.
I know, it's bonkers.
It's just like, it's new.
Did you grow up around Mormons?
No. I grew up in New Jersey around Jews and Italians and others and other anti-Semitic Eastern European people. Like Germans and Polish. And, there was one side of town that was like, we hate the Jews. And then there was the Jews and the Italians.
Well, that was nice that they all found each other at least.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, we all interacted. Okay, so grammar school, like school. Like what?
Yeah.
What were you involved in? Were you popular? Well, I know you were not popular in high school and I know that from
Because I'm looking at you.
But first of all, you knew you were gay.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew when I was like 3.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what it was.
Right, of course. That's
but
what
I
I
knew
tell
that
people.
I liked boys.
And that it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what were you involved in? And was your mother like me growing up, it was like the synagogue. Everything, we did everything with the shul, the Jews.
Yep.
Is that how you?
It was very similar. I was a terrible student. I always was.
Really?
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Well, I'm intelligent, but I'm
Right.
not like book smart.
Right.
It's like if a subject doesn't interest me, I can't be bothered with it.
Duh.
And all I cared about was performing and singing.
And you started at what
Like,
age?
when I was like 5, I think I told my parents I wanted to be an actor.
And what did they say?
And they were like, "That's great, honey." And they would take me to go see plays.
Oh my God, what's with the unconditional love?
I know. Well, I mean, we had plenty of problems.
Right.
But with that, they were always very supportive. I was terrible at sports, so I just stuck with like doing theater.
And did you go to Hebrew school?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bar
because I know you
mitzvah,
had you
confirmed.
had your Broadway
Theme
themed
bar mitzvah.
And before that, like, because I remember my bat mitzvah.
What was the theme?
No, are you kidding?
You didn't have a theme?
No, we didn't do. I'm telling you, I came from like first of all, my parents were older when they had me.
Yeah.
So, and they were not into show-offy or doing anything like disingenuous or for show or anything. So this is true. So my brother's bar mitzvah, we went to the shul, the synagogue, temple, whatever, and he had his bar mitzvah, and then everyone went back to the house and had brunch. Okay, that was one.
That's sensible.
My sister bat mitzvahed at Friday night because they didn't do the girls on Saturday.
Okay.
And then they had dessert afterwards. And I had the biggest one. We
Yeah, you
had
did.
dinner before.
Ooh.
And then the bat mitzvah and then dessert afterwards in the synagogue.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. I have realized this just came to me sitting here because I hate, you can't meet the audience before you perform. Like, people don't understand that with comics. They're like, can we do a meet and greet before that? No, you can't. I'm not fucking talking to you. I have to go. I need to be like a person that's unreachable to you. And then I will talk to you after, And so when you do these corporate gigs, they always want you to go and can you meet some sponsors and talk to the sponsor? And it's like, oh my God, I fucking hate you. And now I have to get on stage. And like my bat mitzvah, I just realized we had dinner before and I was probably schmoozing. Like, that must have sucked.
That's probably
That's
where
the first
your
time.
hatred of
Yeah.
schmoozing before a gig.
God damn it, Josh.
started,
I just had an epiphany with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was it. But all the other kids had these huge. And I was already unpopular, and it was just like, my mom was like, no, that's not what a bar and bat mitzvah is about. I'm like, fuck. You were well-to-do.
Yeah.
So all the kids in your Hebrew school class had.
I mean, most of them had these huge parties. My parents were like, we can go to Israel or you can have a big party. And being the non-religious little theater queen that I was,
Right.
I said, if we can stop in New York so I can see a Broadway show and then we go to Israel, we can do it. And they
so
said
that's what
yes.
you did?
Yeah.
And you used whatever money you got to get an orchestra seat to Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. It was really important to me to see the original cast.
Okay, you are so gay right now.
I know.
And they were like, sure?
Yeah.
I love
went
them.
by myself.
Wait, you went by yourself?
Yeah, I mean, they were in New York too. We were staying at that
you
double
went to-
tree where the Palace Theater
Oh,
used to
yeah.
be.
Oh, but you went to the show by yourself?
Yeah.
But they walked you over there.
I mean, it was right next door. So I just,
Oh my God, you
Yeah.
must have been coming in your pants.
it was incredible.
So up until then, what was getting up and going to school like?
It was awful.
Right, because did you get teased?
Oh, I got teased and bullied
Yeah, same.
nonstop. But I wasn't the lowest. I wasn't like at the bottom of the totem pole.
I was pretty down there, but I wasn't the lowest too, because there were people with major issues
Yeah.
that were lower. I was like, you're an outsider. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because you feel like part of what they're saying is true because you fucking hate all those things about yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got called Bigfoot and Sasquatch and Orca and
You
pushed.
fucking name it.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Did you have any friends?
I did have some friends.
in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I did have like a little group of
Yeah,
friends.
same. Did they turn out to be gay or in the arts or anything?
No, I'm not really in touch with any
Yeah,
of them.
same. Because you want to fucking forget about that whole. Wait,
Yeah.
would you ever go to your high school reunion?
No, it just happened.
Yeah, never.
And-
And everyone's like, you should go. I'm like, why would I want to see those people again?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I don't fucking remember anyone.
Right.
I look at their pictures. I look them up in the yearbook.
Yep.
I highlighted who I was friends with or
Right.
knew back then. And I look and I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck you are.
But you can look them up on Facebook.
And I
see
do,
how
and I
miserable they
still
are.
don't know who they are.
Right.
Except I do know like a handful of people, but I just, what's the point? I
Right.
don't want to go back to Poway and see all the people that I
Yeah.
wasn't really friends with.
I agree. So, okay. So you asked for this. Did your sister get bat mitzvahed?
Oh yeah, her theme was a mall. Like
Okay.
Jennifer's bat mitzvah mall. So
No
there was
way.
like the wet seal table and, whatever.
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then your brother, what was his
My brother
theme?
was bar mitzvahed. I don't think he had a theme.
Joey, I love you. Love you, Joey. Need some medical marijuana. You get to New York. Now, I've read stuff about you, and you've mentioned this story multiple times because it's such a big, what hit me was when you said, and when the plane was landing and I was looking over New York, I was wondering, where do all the Broadway actors stay? Where do they live? What do they do? And that is, it's just a beautiful image of a 13-year-old boy looking out a window.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, for anybody who really is that young but has such specific dreams.
Yes.
Like, I imagine with you, like, what are the comics doing before they go on stage?
I didn't know that I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to be on stage.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. It was like being gay. It was like
Sure.
the same kind of epiphany. Like, oh, that's what it is. But I knew I wanted to be on stage. But I didn't realize, even though I was a lover of comedy. But I was
Yeah.
wondering. I mean, Broadway, theater, and getting the fuck out of New Jersey.
Exactly.
Okay, so tell me, what were you wearing to Beauty and the Beast?
Oh God, I don't remember. Probably some horrible like 90s thing that I thought was cool, like some hammer pants or something.
And you walk in, and this is you're alone. And you walk into your first Broadway theater. And just what?
It was magical. What I do remember is, after reading every word in the program, there was a little thing that Disney put saying, if this is your first Broadway show, welcome. Like, thank you so much for coming. I hope you love Broadway as much as we do or whatever. And I remember feeling so special, being like, this is for me. That little message is for me. And this is the most incredible day of my life. I wish I knew that there was a stage door back then.
Oh, right.
You know,
right,
it's
right,
like I
right. You didn't
figured
know the
actors
whole...
just like, you know, evaporated or something.
Do you remember where you sat?
I sat in the orchestra. That's all I remember. Center orchestra, but towards the back.
And you don't remember who you sat next to or anything?
No, fuck them. I've never liked strangers.
Okay, so the play's over. What do you do?
I went
Did
back.
you cry?
Oh, no, I didn't cry.
I often cry at the end of shows.
Really?
I get very choked up.
See, I never was a crier. No, nobody in my family
no,
cries.
same. No, I only cry in at the weirdest times. But
Yeah.
when I see the end of a show and people taking a bow and like what they create, it just moves me like nothing else. I can't even.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh God, thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Josh. You get up.
Yeah, so I get up, I go back to the hotel. I probably put on my Walkman and listened to the cast recording of
Right.
Beauty and the Beast all night and just sat there and
Beauty
fucking
and
dreamed.
the
Beauty
Beast.
and the Beast.
I love. You know who I love? Angela Lansbury.
Yes, she's the best.
Isn't she?
Yes, she's 94 now.
I know, and she's fucking genius.
She's gorgeous. I love her.
Yeah.
But whenever like they posted in the paper, you know, Angela Lansbury is 94. Before I saw the 94, I was like, oh my God, she died.
Every time I see, that's what I hate.
Same thing
Social
with Betty
media.
White.
I know. Every time you see a name, you're like, dead.
Oh my God, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so they fucking totally play with your brain.
Yeah.
When you were a little boy, you were obsessed with show tunes.
Yes.
And you would listen to Into the Woods over and over
Oh, yeah.
and over. And the first time you were on stage was a Halloween community theater. It was Cover Your Eyes and Run.
Yeah, Cover Your Eyes and Run. I played Wither Witherspoon, Ghost.
And was that like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is, I'm so happy.
I was hooked. It was heaven.
And were your siblings into like theater or anything?
No, they hated going. I mean, my sister sang in like a talent show in middle school or
Right.
something. But no, I was the only one. Nobody else in my family performs, though my cousin also, like, he's in comedy, except he's in the producing side of television.
Right. Where does he live? LA?
He lives here.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, he's
perhaps
back and forth a lot. But
So, cut to high school. I don't even know what to say. Were you in the shows?
oh yeah, that was like where I reigned.
Yeah, because I was in the band.
Yeah, until senior year. So we had the same teacher freshman through junior year, Mrs. McDaniel, who I loved, except she was extraordinarily religious and from Texas. And
Right.
she would always say...
I mean, I love Texas.
yeah, who doesn't? But she would always like talk about how she wished that they could paddle kids in school there because we were in California.
fuck?
I know, it was so weird.
She wanted to hit the
She
kids.
wanted to hit us all.
She's a fucking
I know,
cunt.
but then
Fuck you.
she left and went back to Texas so she
Yeah.
could hit kids.
And get a gun.
And we got
Shoot
this
'em.
new motherfucker.
Who?
Tracy Wilt was his name, and he was our new teacher.
Okay, this is what this is just by the way you said it. This is what I'm thinking. Ready?
Yeah.
Wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Never made it.
Yep.
Thinks he's fucking, I can't even think of like
He does. He thinks he's fucking
like
Meryl.
Lord, Sir,
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens?
Okay.
And you were in all the shows with
all the
with
shows.
the cunt.
All the fucking shows.
At least she knew you were talented.
Yeah, I mean, I was Tevye sophomore year of high school.
Amazing.
My synagogue, I swear to God, they sold that theater out.
Did was everyone like, going up to your mother, Josh is so talented.
Of course.
Oh my God. When you went to synagogue, were they like, oh, there's Josh from
are
the...
you going to sing for
Yeah.
us?
Oh.
Sing Adonai
You
for
must
us.
have been so great at your bar mitzvah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I used to sing at Temple, too. I would sing with the cantor. My mom wanted me to be a cantor. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So this fucking
this
Sir
fucker.
Lawrence, what's his name?
Tracy Wilt. And
We
keep
have to
in
look him
mind-
up. I wish I had an assistant.
Keep
Okay.
in mind, like, by that time, I was a very unhappy person.
Right.
I was just miserable. I really started gaining weight.
Is that the first time you gained weight?
No, I was always kind of a chubby kid. But,
Okay.
my depression was so intense and my hatred towards my family was so intense.
What? And when did you start hating your family?
We stopped getting along probably about third grade.
And what was that?
I don't know. For me, my dad was working all the time.
Right.
And my mom, she, I think, was just overwhelmed. That's when we got my little brother, Joey, and
So you were 8 when you got Joey?
7.
7.
And, you know, from my perspective, my mom, and she did the best that she could, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I think she loved babies. She didn't really know what to do with people.
There's a lot of people
after
like that. There's a lot of people who are like, I want a baby. And then the kid starts talking, having a personality. And they're like, no,
and they're like, that's not what I signed up for. And as an adult, I can figure all this. But as a kid, she seemed very cold, very uninterested.
Did you go to therapy?
Oh, yeah. But I hated it.
Starting at?
Like freshman year of high school, I think my parents started taking me to therapy.
Right.
Maybe before that.
Oh, well, they're progressive.
They are progressive, but at the same time, like, I never learned how to talk about my feelings.
Right.
I never learned how to cry in front of people. I never learned,
Of course.
you know,
It's
like how
Jewish.
to deal with anything.
Right. It's like, you know, what's it? Sweep it under the rug.
Exactly. Or just ignore it.
Right. And it's going to go away.
Yeah.
Or it'll be your problem later.
Exactly. So that's where this like anger sort of manifests.
So who started not getting along?
I think it was me and my mom stopped getting along.
And what about your sister? And
Oh, my sister was angry all the time. You know, she has borderline personality
disorder?
Yeah, we didn't know it then, but you know, she was just very angry
And histrionics all the time, you
Yeah.
know, and and creating drama.
Exactly. And so I don't know, I didn't really have any feeling towards my family other than I just didn't like them. You know, I didn't like being there.
And you knew you were adopted, and then it probably hit home when Joey comes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is how they did it, right?
Sure.
And you're aware of it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, for me, I was always deeply interested in my biological family
From day one.
from day one. Always
Because you were
fascinated.
unsatisfied.
I guess, but my little brother, he has zero interest in
Right.
meeting his biological family. So, you know, who knows?
Wow.
But
They did well with the third. Okay. So you're gaining weight.
yeah,
This fucking asshole comes to school.
yeah,
And it's senior year. You're applying to colleges.
nope.
You're not applying to college. That is so not Jewish.
I know. Well, I hated school. I
Right.
wanted nothing to do with it. I barely even went.
Right. So, but you were in the play.
Well, I was in the plays until they announced the spring musical was Bye Bye Birdie, Judy.
Okay. Bye bye, Birdie.
And I really wanted to be Mr. McAfee.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, out of the talent in our school, I think I deserved it.
Right.
And I was called back. And then I saw the cast list and I didn't get cast as anything.
What?
I know. Nothing.
Fucking hate you, Tracy Wills.
Nothing. And I went into
Wait,
that.
so you wait, just for everyone who's listening, there's a window on the door and there's a piece of paper. And that's where all the info is. So you walk up to the piece of paper and everyone's looking at the piece of paper
Yeah.
to see if their name's on it.
And me. I did not get a part, not even in the chorus. I was so fucking. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I was the Meryl of Poway High School,
Right.
And you know, I was talking to my friends. I stormed into his office.
Oh,
and I
good
was
for you.
crying, and I said, "Mr. Wilt, you're gonna have to change the name of the show from Bye Bye Birdie to Hello Shitty." And I cried and I stormed out. And, you know, but the good news.
Right. What, did he respond?
Oh, no, I didn't give him time.
Okay.
I was so upset. And I didn't care what his response was.
Right.
You know, I didn't go in to have a dialogue.
Right.
But during the production of Bye Bye Birdie or The Tech,
Right.
Mr. Wilt had a full-on mental breakdown and then was fired from the school.
Fuck you, Mr. Wilt. Like, I don't wish mental illness on anyone.
No, and I mean,
but
it's been
fuck you,
over 20 years
Mr.
and I'm still like,
Wilt.
you fucking asshole.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
So, did they go on with the show?
Yeah.
And you weren't in it?
Nope.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you go to high school graduation?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I magically graduated.
And then?
And before that, my dad came to me and he said, Joshua, I found a college that will accept you. And it was University of the Arts in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, sure enough, at the time at least, they would accept anyone.
Well, do you know, because our Manny went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I only went there
Manny Matt.
I went there for a year and a half before I dropped out. But
you love dropping out.
I do. But it was heaven. I was like, I can get as far away as humanly possible. I'm not ready to go to New York. New York scares me.
Right.
And so it seemed like Philadelphia
And Philly's
was
a nice town.
Yeah, it's fine. It seemed like the diet version of New York.
So you go to University of the Arts. I'm checking my notes now, ladies and gentlemen. And you're depressed.
Oh, severely, yeah.
You're partying all the time. Are you living in a dorm?
No. Well, I did the first year, but then I lived in this beautiful fucking apartment with surrounding windows right in the middle
Really?
of Center City.
Is it because your parents got you that?
Yeah, my dad was definitely paying for it.
Right.
And meanwhile, I was just like partying every day, all day.
That is, I'm looking up Matt's last name because I'm having a fucking... What the fuck is wrong with me?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Judy?
So you're living in, is it a one bed, like
it's a 2-bedroom.
by yourself?
No, I'm sharing it with my friend Elaine.
How did you know Elaine?
Elaine was a freshman with me, and we were just the best of friends. And
so you met her.
Yeah, and then living together, we found out that we're not really the best of friends, and she was interested in school, and I was interested in drugs. And
so you're going to school,
yeah,
but you're depressed and you fail acting class.
I fail out of the acting studio.
Matt Burrow.
Oh, yeah, I do know Matt Burrow.
You know Matt?
That's not super well.
Well,
but
he
yeah.
was our Manny.
That's hilarious.
Oh, my God. I love Matt. I love you, Matt Burrow.
Love you, Matt Burrow.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. Wait, where was I?
Okay, so you fell out of the acting class.
Failed out of the acting studio.
And did you know you were going to fail out?
No. And that was another teacher that was sort of like a Mr. Wilt, a total asshole. His big claim to fame was being an assistant director on Boy Meets World. That was his big claim to fame.
Can you say his name?
David Bassick.
I think he's Jewish.
Oh, he might be.
Okay. And he was... how do you fail acting class?
He hated me. And he just could. He knew
because he had the power. These are people who have power, and they should not have power.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. I mean, it's still that irrational anger 20 years later or whatever.
I know.
Yeah, so I dropped out of school as soon as I dropped out.
So, all right. So you're like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck
I can't believe it. Do you call your parents?
I did at some point, I'm sure.
And say I failed out?
No, I just told them that I dropped out. I didn't want to say anything about failing. And
now, at this point, how old are you? 18, 19?
19, 20, something
19,
like that.
20. Have you met your biological family yet?
Yes.
God damn it, we didn't get there. Fuck. God damn it. When did you meet them?
Okay, well, here, let's go back in time. So it is sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
I was 16. Again, my relationship with my parents was fucking awful. Mm-hmm. And I knew that my birth mother had been writing me letters and that I was going to get them when I was 18.
Oh.
And I couldn't wait anymore, so I broke into their filing cabinet and I found all the letters.
Sneaky.
And I took those letters and I started calling information, back when you called information.
Right, 411.
Trying to find this woman, who knows. And after a series of
this
people...
is pre-social media fuck faces. You can't just go on Facebook or whatever.
We didn't even have the internet yet.
Right, no Google, nothing.
And so at some point, I did get to call her. And when I got in touch with her, she was like, hello. Who's this? And I said, guess. And she said, Ruth? And I said, no, I'm Josh. And she just started crying. And like I
You're
didn't really know
15?
how to cry. 15, 16.
Wow.
And then,
So she just starts crying.
yeah. And that summer I was...
Wait, how long was the conversation?
Oh, it must have been like an hour, maybe.
And you're home alone?
I'm in my room, but I
Do you have your own phone line?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're fucking spoiled.
I know. Spoiled and like...
But not
spoiled
not
and-
emotionally spoiled
not
at all.
emotionally
Okay.
treated.
Okay.
Great.
So your parents, your adoptive parents had many shortcomings when it came to relationships. But you talked to this woman on the phone. That must have been so hard for her to hang up that phone.
I mean, I didn't really understand it at the time.
Right.
At the time, it was definitely for me,
Right.
and I didn't really...
Well, you can't. You're too young.
Yeah.
So you enter the conversation, and then what happens?
It's all a little blurry, but that summer I went to a summer program at UCSB, which is in Santa Barbara.
Right. University of California, Santa Barbara. But did you tell your parents that you had called your bio mom?
I'm pretty sure they found out, and they were very upset about it. And they were, you're too young to be doing this. And all
But
that
you're
kind of
not too
stuff.
young for an I'm adopted book when you're 0 years old.
And
Yeah.
also like, if you're not adopted, you
Right.
don't fucking
Right.
understand.
Right.
And, that's just the end of it.
Right.
And so I did get to meet her when I was in Santa Barbara. Her husband, and her mother drove up. And it was very emotional for them. It was emotional for me too, but also at this point in my life, I didn't know how to cry.
So you are in a program
Yeah.
and they show up to a show or
No, I
just-
invited them. They came up on like my day off from classes.
And could you explain standing there and seeing her for the first time?
Seeing her, it was so crazy seeing someone that I looked like.
Right.
I've never
Yeah.
seen anybody that I look like before. And we make the same facial expressions. We laugh the same. We think the same things are funny. We feel the same about, everything. And
And her mother was there. Your grandmother was
mother,
there.
yeah,
Was
and-
was the husband not your?
no, he's not my biological
Okay.
father. With my biological father, he was not such a good guy. And he was very abusive.
And his name was Tracy.
And his name was Tracy Wilt.
Yeah.
And
So he was abusive. Is that why she
so
put?
abusive. Well, at the time that she was carrying me, she was living with his family. Her family life was very bad. And she was alone, just this teenager, in a house where nobody liked her. And, my biological dad was so abusive. And, she knew that she couldn't keep me. And for me, it was always a struggle of like, well, why didn't you get an abortion? Because that's what I would have done.
Right.
And she said because she had one before and she didn't want to go through it again. And, my biological dad ended up becoming a huge cokehead and going on this cross-country spree, robbing banks.
Oh,
I know.
terrific.
I know. And he actually just got out of prison, but I'm not really interested in creating a relationship with him.
So your adoptive dad is an oncologist.
Uh-huh.
And your
And my mom is a Tupperware lady /
Right.
social worker.
and your bio parents, one is, a teenage
A
mom,
teenage girl, and the
Yeah.
other's a bank robber.
a felon. That's
Yeah.
great. Congrats. Okay. So what happens with that relationship?
With me and my biological mom, it just kept on sort of blooming.
And calling each other. Did she have
Yeah.
any other kids?
No. But
Oh.
she was able to put herself through school.
Right.
She, has always been able to work a good job.
I love her.
Yeah, she's wonderful. Her husband is so kind and caring and loves her more than anything in the world.
Oh, I'm so glad for her.
She's had a great life, and she's actually in town right now.
No.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Dorothy.
Oh my God, I love that name. That was my grandmother's name.
Really?
I love the name
Me
Dorothy.
too.
It is the fucking best fucking name.
Yeah.
My son is named after her.
Oh my God, that's great.
I love Dorothy.
It's lovely. Yeah, I took her to see Bethesda Fountain, and
So now it's like, she must be thrilled.
Yeah, we both are, but it's also a strange thing because society doesn't give you, it's like you're my mom, but you're never going to be my mom.
Right.
And I am your son, but I am not your son.
Exactly.
It's
she
a
didn't
strange
watch
thing.
you. Yeah. She's a you're connected biologically.
Yes.
But like that, because my kids are sperm donor children.
Okay.
And so, and like your brother, have had no interest, But I hope they're not mad at me talking about this. But, people will say to me, who's the father? Who's the father? And it's like, it's not a father. It was a body. It was a body part.
Yeah.
That the word mother or father has, many meanings.
Yeah.
But you love spending time with her, correct?
I do. I mean, we're still getting to know each other. And also because, like, I emotionally am a little detached when it comes to family. Mm-hmm. So learning how to negotiate that has been interesting. But I really love her. She's incredible. She's going to come see my improv show tonight, which is
very
really fun and
nice.
scary. And
oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Okay, I love this. You are helping adopted kids all over.
I hope so. I love I love when I hear from people that are adopted as well.
Yeah.
And talking to them about their journey.
It's all different. Everyone has their own story.
Yeah.
Did you see 3 Identical Strangers?
Yes. Bonkers.
Okay.
Absolutely
Did you
bonkers.
fuck Jews? Did you fucking... I couldn't stop thinking about that movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking about it for like weeks. Like it stayed... I was like, oh my God, this story is... The one kid... You gotta see 3 Identical Strangers.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's so good.
Oh, who fucking cares? It's triplets who were each adopted to 3 different... And they were like part of an experiment. But the one kid ends up going to the same college a year later as the other kid, and they think it's the one that dropped out. And it's
bananas.
Fucking cray-cray.
Especially, like, for me, I'm very agnostic. I don't believe that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And then you see that, and you're like, oh, you're challenging my belief system.
Don't forget to tune in next week to Just Kill Me Now.
It's Just Kill Me.
Oh. Don't forget to turn for part 2 on Just Kill Me.
No, it's not. It's
Just Kill Me.
No.
Judy Gold's Just Kill Me.
Just.
Just Kill Me Now.